Hi everyone. Sorry if my voice is very terrible. I've been sick for a couple of days. Sorry about that. Anyways, I didn't get that much response on my video if you guys wanted me to read this, even though it's a really good fanfic, but it was up to my decision. Found this on Wattpad. Go follow her. She's amazing. Even though I follow 21 people, but she is a good writer. I haven't read this. It's been a while since I read this, so my voice acting and my able to read this clearly is completely gone. And sorry if some of the voice acting might be a bit similar as what I do for the World videos. Again, can't do a very deep voice, but since I'm sick, I think I might be able to. Anyways, let's get on with the fanfic. It was a peaceful evening at the Five Guys house. The guards were having a day off from the pizzeria to relax from the chaotic nightmare. Everyone was doing their thing. Fritz was cooking, Jeremy was watching anime, Vincent was listening to music, and maybe something else. Mike was watching TV with a beer in his hand, and Scott was looking through some bills for the house. The episode finished, and Jeremy stood up, rushing downstairs to Fritz. Jeremy, are the cookies ready? He asked with those big green eyes, and Fritz chuckled. Fritz, in 5 minutes, Jer Bear. Also, can you tell the others that it's dinner time? He nodded and rushed to the living room, but before he could say anything, the sound of the doorbell echoed in the house. Scott, someone get the door! Jeremy rushed through the hallway and opened the door. No one. He raised an eyebrow and shrugged it off, ready to close the door. But before he did, he heard a small cry. He looked down on his doorstep and saw a small basket with a pink blanket. He kneeled down and saw it move. Scott, Jeremy, who's at the door? His shaky hands carefully lifted it up, taking it in his arms with the pink blanket. He removed He removed a little of the blanket and saw a little baby. His eyes widened and held her close. Guys! The 4 males rushed to the door, seeing Jeremy on his knees, holding something. Mike, what happened? He carefully stood up, showing the little baby girl. Their eyes widened as their jaws almost reached the floor. Jeremy, she was on the doorstep in this small basket. Scott grabbed the basket and closed the door. Scott, there's a note. He unfolded it as they walked to the living room. Scott, please take care of her. I can't. And she was a mistake. I didn't want this baby. And I really can't take the responsibility. You probably think that I don't have the heart to leave a baby at some stranger's doorstep. But please take care of her. They all sat on the couch with Jeremy still holding her. Scott, and of course there's no name on it. Mike, what a bitch. She didn't give it to the father at least. Jeremy looked at her as she made a small giggle. Jeremy, can we keep her? They all looked at Jeremy surprised. Fritz, wait, you're serious? He nodded and felt her small hand wrapped around his finger. Jeremy, I really don't want to give her up for adoption. Mike, Jeremy, he sighed. Mike, I don't think we could take care of her. Fritz, we could barely take care of ourselves. Scott sighed. So true. Jeremy looked at her as he was holding his finger closer to herself. Jeremy, please guys, I'm begging you. His hands slightly rubbing in the back of her head as she giggled a little. They looked at each other and one of them sighed. Scott, I guess we can make room for one more person. Jeremy smiled widely and held her close for a small hug. Jeremy, you hear that? You're staying with us! The others awed at them and flew closer to him. Vincent, can I hold her? No! He jumped a little from the sudden answer. Vincent, why not? Seriously, Grape? Mike, I think we should lock him up somewhere to stay away from her. He rolled his eyes. He doesn't even have eyes. He literally has white pupils. Same with Tom. He only has black eyes. Could there be a connection? I don't know. Think about it as a theory. Vincent, come on, guys. I don't do that stuff anymore. They looked at him with, are you serious right now, face. Vincent, just for 1 minute, please. Jeremy sighed and carefully passed her to him with shaking hands. Vincent held her close and she widened her eyes, seeing the strange purple man. He smiled at her as she slightly tilted her head. Scott, what should we name her? Vincent looked at your eye-colored eyes and booped her little nose, making her giggle. Jeremy, how about... They were trying to find a name until something popped in their heads. YN! They looked at each other surprised. Glad we could agree on that, Mike said. Vincent smiled. His eyes couldn't leave from her little smiley face. Vincent, YN. It's perfect for her. He leaned closer, placing a small kiss on her forehead. Welcome to the family, little one. Welcome to the new series that isn't animated. And it's from a different franchise other than Edgeworld. As I said on my other video that I said any request, I also do Undertale, Cam, Five Nights at Freddy's, obviously, and Edgeworld. And maybe my own fan fiction based off my show that I'm possibly going to air one day. Anyways, this is going to be a part series. There's like 22 chapters left. 21 chapters left now. Hope you enjoy. The Amazing Callie out.